Hello and welcome everyone to Dax Electronic Repair. We're going to be fixing a Galaxy Samsung A54 5G today. Alright, first, gotta get the back off. I heat it up on a heat plate. If you don't have one, you can use heat gun, that sort of thing. Be careful with this one, it is plastic. It will melt. Once you get that guy off, got a bunch of screws. There's no way to count them all. There's just too many, so don't even try. And take them all out. Doesn't matter. You don't have to organize them. They are all the same. So don't worry about that. All right. So we're going to take the top part off first because that's where our battery is. So our top bracket we're going to take off of there. Not a bracket. Yeah, sure. Bracket, why not? Backing plate, I suppose. Keeps everything retained. It's a retainer. We'll call it that. Who cares? Alright, so we get all those off. There's our battery connection. Like we like to, every single time, pull the battery before you start touching things with metal and electricity. All right, bottom bracket, retaining bracket, retainer. Pop her on off. Pop her off. Not on. That has your speaker in it. Put it aside. And get your ribbon cables connecting the top board, the motherboard, to the daughter board on the bottom or subboard. And then you got your top connection as well to your main motherboard. Put that guy aside as well. All right, so now we're going to get our actual boards out. There's one screw. That's it. Holding that guy in. But then there's also, we also need to get our SIM card / SD card off of there. All right, so now we're going to take the top board off as well. Remember, we did have to get that. You do have to take the SIM card tray out first to get that top board out. Bottom one just pries up. It's wedged in. Oh, and you got to get, that is the cable for your screen connector. It is taped to the frame on this one. So go ahead and get some heat and pry it up carefully. You don't want to just yank on these. They will break, and then you are going to be sad about it. I guess this doesn't matter because it's on the old one, but just do what I say. All right, that one is a fingerprint sensor, so we are going to lightly pry up on it. It's not really a little bit of adhesive under it, but you don't really need any. It's more just wedged in there. All right, now remember, battery needs to be unplugged if you're going to use a X-Acto as a prying tool. Otherwise, you are going to have a fireworks show, and then you get to buy a new phone. All right, so the bottom one is loose, and the top board is also now out. I like to take them both out at the same time, so you can take those cables and not have to undo them because they are stupid to hook back up. So we don't do that if we don't have to. All right, there's our new frame, screen, and frame assembly. That's how we do it. Just a better repair that way. So right now I'm just comparing what we need to take off the old frame to go to the new one. Looks like that is a little vibration motor that needs to go down, go to the new one, and then just the battery. And this one has a nice little pull tab. It says pull on it, and you do just that. And if you do it right, and you're careful and you're gentle, but in a strong way, you can reuse that adhesive, put it all back, and you can just pop it in the new frame. But you need to take this blue film cover off first. It's like a heating it's like a heat tape. But don't do it the way I just did it, because that will take the heat tape with it. So do it the way I do it, this way, and not the other way. Take just the blue, don't take the gold with it. Bronze with it. All right, battery, plop her down, and then we can start putting our components back in this new frame assembly. Got our vibration motor. Pop that guy down. It has the adhesive from the last one. Make sure you got your cables oriented in a way, and all the blue stickers that cover things off. And then you can slide the boards back in. Don't touch the cameras unless you like blurry pictures. Just making sure everything's sitting down perfectly. And we get the top in. We just put it in with our one bolt, or screw rather. Top and bottom screws for the boards are the same as well, so you don't have to know which one is which. Make sure you slide the charging port in first and then push down like that. You got to kind of lever it in from the top to the bottom as the phone sits. And then everything is sitting right. Then you just do that. Now, try to line up your ribbon connector. We've still got the adhesive from the old board. That's for your screen itself. And then we're going to put the wires back in the little crevasse right there. And the red goes first, white goes second. White is fatter than red. Don't judge them. It's just how they were born. We also put our fingerprint reader back in there. And finally, we put our ribbon cable from daughter to motherboard, or vice versa. SIM card, SD card reader back in. Now we can finally push that battery cable back in and see what happens. Hopefully magic. Yep, magic happens. That's exactly what we want to happen. So that's a good test. Made sure everything worked. Now we're pulling the battery cable, hooking it back in, and then putting our stuff back on. I just don't like doing it with the phone on. It dings and beeps and whatever, and so just do it this way. All the screws, too many to count. We've already been over that. They're all the same. Put them where they came in, out of. And then as you are doing that, you will be very close to completion. In fact, the gasket was still good on that back. If it's not, replace it. Double check the ding dong, because it's going to make a ding dong sound. Perfect, you did it. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And again, thank you for watching. I love you all.